Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Alright, well. Audience, would you please stand up and clap for our winners? For outstanding kindness and bravery, the Lightners have won the grand prize! Here you go. She's all yours, folks. How wonderful. The family's all together again. Now you can all finally... Tenna? Who the hell are you? If you don't tell us who you are, then... Like hell we're letting you take her! Chris! Ralsei! Come on! The Roaring Knight appeared, and I need healing bad. That executive meal could come in real handy right now. Okay, so we might as well just use, like, items on ourselves. So, butt juice on yourself. Deluxe dinner on yourself. Ralsei, TV dinner on yourself. That's not exactly convenient, but that'll have to do. Oh, okay. Holy crap. Oh my. Oh my goodness, that... You feel something hovering close behind your head. Oh, I'm repelling dark. That's why I am repelling that. Hold on. What are my actions? Hold breath. Sure. You're gonna defend. And you need to heal yourself so that you can heal others. Chris, hold their breath. Their heartbeat quickened. The soul now moves faster. Okay. That was suddenly the north wind blew fiercely. Act, night. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to... Hey, please tell me you have a good S... What's your S action? That one, sure. Chris held their breath. Chris smiled. Nothing happened. Susie talked to the knight. I don't know what the hell you are, but... Leave Toriel alone! You hear me? Fine. You don't want to listen? Then we'll just have to do things the hard way. Susie will not act anymore. Ralsei cast Heal Prayer. Oh my. Ow. Chris is down. Okay, cool. Chris kneeled in silence. Just use the revivement. Ow. Oh my. Your chest feels tight. Well, this is going, oh, it's going pink probably because I have the TP for it. You know what, screw it. We're up against the Roaring Knight. Best offense is a good offense. I have 30. Okay. Item. Oh, cool. That's just excellent. I'm out of healing. Defend. Okay. Okay. Okay, you felt lightheaded. You saw golden stars. Sliver. Got it. Okay. I feel like this will be better served just defending. Sure, why not? Didn't think we'd still be standing, did you? Oh, okay. Oh my. Ow. That 54 damage. Oh my god. Suddenly the north and east winds blew fiercely. Okay, Chris doesn't have to item deluxe dinner on Ralsei. Defend. Heal prayer on Susie. Thing is, you actually messed up picking a fight with us. Oh my. Oh my. I don't know how I dodged that. Your vision narrows, your head is spinning. So holding your breath, there's a chance that Chris isn't going to cooperate with me. Defend. Rude Buster. And defend. You're all damn alone. Me? I got Chris and Ralsei behind me. Oh my god. Susie was hurt and beaten. First use the revivement. Cast Heal Prayer. Even if you knock me down. As long as Chris, Ralsei are here. Oh. Oh my. No. You can't. You can't take her. Huh? Oh yeah, Toriel called the police. I guess someone slashed her tires. I don't even remember what voice I used for Undyne. Hey! You! Stop! Police! What the hell is going on here? You've got some explaining to do, punk. Hey! What are you doing? Put me down! Hey! Hey! Where the hell are you going? Chris, I'll be fine. You do whatever you need to. Interesting. She's sleeping peacefully. Wow, Varlzy looks very bedraggled. Okay, can't interact with the fountain. Can't see anything. Chris! There's some kind of door here. We're in the light world? Wait! Chris! I still see someone! They're down there! Down here, past the church! Hey! Hey! Open up! Undyne! Officer Undyne! Say something! Hey! Hey! This is a joke, right? You're about to come out of there, right? What the hell is this? It's some sort of electronic lock? Chris, what the hell is going on? Why? Why did they take Undyne in here? And why were they trying to take Toriel? What the hell are they doing, Chris? Like, if the cops... It's no good. The door, it's solid steel. weird panel. If we could just get someone to tell us how it works. But we can't, right? We can't tell anyone about this, right? Because you saw that smoke, right, Chris? There's gotta be a dark world in there. If anybody else went in there, they'd... Toriel, she's still in the... Damn it. I hate to give up here, Chris, but... Let's just go seal that fountain. Yeah, that's what I thought. On the shelter was a strange panel. It looked like a digital security lock. There were 3 entry fields and 3 symbols besides them. One had a pine tree beside it. One had an officer's badge beside it. And one had the Deltarune. Des is missing in the dark world, in the shelter, and now Undyne is as well. Huh. Okay. What an ending. So yeah, we really lost control of things, huh? All right, hold everything. This is not the end. So, we're going play or do not play. We're going back into chapter 3. What the heck is happening? Once upon a time, a legend was among the shadows. It was a legend of hope. It was a legend of... Is this a redo of the story that Ralsei told? The Legend of Light was Legend of Dark. This is the Legend of Deltarune. Okay, this is... Uh-huh. Okay, was there an update or something? All of that is new. That was unexpected. Okay, anyway, we're reloading. I was told, I said that I had beaten chapter 3 in the Discord, and then someone informed me that the night is beatable. Unfortunately, that does mean I have to fight Tenna again. Also, the reason why I cut the last episode the way I did was because I'm actually recording this after editing that one. and I don't know how many tries this is going to take me. So if this episode ends up being really short, I apologize. Because I don't know how many tries the night's going to take me. So it might be just like 20 to 30 minutes. It might be an hour. I have no idea. So we're going to first off switch some things out. This rotten tea does not need to be here. Do I want a revivement? Let's put a TV dinner here. Let's see. We have 2 deluxe dinners, which is 140. We have an exec buffet, which is 100 team. Butt juice and TV dinner are both 100 individual. We also have TV slot. Do I want to put a tension bit in here? Because that could also be good when it comes to getting TP up. I don't know how much TP we're going to be using besides for... Well, in Tenna's fight, we're going to be using a lot, but I don't know if we necessarily need to use it. I'm going to save after I beat Tenna again. That way I don't have to worry about it anymore. And also I'm going to skip past the Tenna fight so that you guys don't have to watch it again. I think this should be fine at the very least for Tenna's fight. And then I forgot to equip the toxic axe for what is bad idea? Secret or hang on. Make sure to charge it by plugging it into the wall. What is bad idea? I don't know, but this gives more attack, so I'm going to put the toxic axe. An axe used to clear wastelands in a fetid swamp, not poison but gross. And then I actually think I want the the pink ribbon back. Yeah, I think I want the pink ribbon back, and I want Susie to have the shadow mantle. TP gain, I want to keep that. Oh. TP gain. Okay, yeah, shadow mantle instead of the chainmail. That works. And then Ralsei, he has Jevel's Tail and Dealmaker. Those are both really good items. Is the blue ribbon better than any of them? No. And no. His magic is already really high. His attack is really high. His defense is already good as is. So I think the healing I can live without and just keep boosting his magic any way I can. Is there anything that will boost his magic here? No, I'd rather keep his magic up. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. And then we're going to save that we did that. And then I'll be right back because I'll be right back once I've beat Tenna. Oh, this is a new one. This is a new version of this attack. Ow! Oh my goodness. Okay, well I hadn't seen that before. Act Tenna, we're gonna do this. And then Ralsei's gonna heal himself again. Ralsei cannot catch a break. So, as an update, I've been doing better. It's only lately that I've been getting hit, but like I got up to over 500 points and only took 1 hit during that entire time. Like during the star attack. But now the double features are messing me up a little bit. And Ralsei can't catch a break. He seems to be taking the brunt of the damage. Stop it. Holy crap. Okay. Huh, that was a close one. Good thing I healed. I would not have survived. Based on my current health of all three people, I would not have survived if I had not healed up beforehand. All right. So now we're saving. Your hand lingers in the bright light. The light which only you can see. A strange calm washes over you. Interesting. So only I can see the saves. Or only Chris can see the saves. Okay, so storage. Let's get these in first. Let's get the TV dinner. Let's get a deluxe dinner. I think the TV slop is like 60 or 80 or something like that. Let's get a TV slop in there. Now, do I want a third revivement? If I put it, that'll be how many? Okay, so I would have 8 healing items, one of which is a team heal and 4 revive items. Would that be enough? Based on how the previous fight went, I'm probably going to be... Let me throw in another revivement. I'm probably going to be using the revive items quite a bit. I'll also need to remember the thing about it. If Susie's Rude Buster hits and you hit the button at the correct time, granted, I don't remember which button which button it was. Sure hope it was X. Although it could be triangle. But we will see how this goes. Save. Okay. We are now all set to face the night. I believe... Should I equip... Do you have a... Defense -8, but +4 attack? Am I going to be having you attack? I do want to kind of try the hold breath, because I don't know, it could provide some kind of benefit for me to dodging. I don't know if I want to have Chris and Susie attack and then Ralsei just focus on defending / healing, or if I want to have just Susie attacking and then I would have Chris either defend or possibly provide a buff with holding their breath. I also need to see what Ralsei's R action does. I think I will equip this just because -1 defense is probably not going to be that big of a thing, but +4 attack is pretty big. So I think I'll do that. Yeah, so actually, let me save again. We'll go with that loadout. Do I have... Oh yeah, and I did look at the fiber scarf and stuff like that. So let's save that. And then nighttime. Oh man. It really did feel like the night fight is a fight you're meant to lose. So I was actually a little bit surprised to hear that you could beat him. And now, oh my. Alright, let's do this. Also, I am noticing the antlers. I wonder if this is Des. There are probably... other people have probably also speculated that the Roaring Knight could be Des. I don't know how accurate that's going to turn out to be. I am just taking into account the antlers. Well, they're not... They're not so much antlers as they are, like, horns. Antlers wouldn't be that symmetrical. Like, there would be... I imagine there would be some kind of subtle differences between the left and right. I wonder if Noelle has symmetrical antlers. I'll have to check next time we play as her. The Roaring Knight appeared. So... We're gonna have Chris defend because we need to get TP up. We're gonna get this over with. We're gonna get her S action. And then I want to see what your R action is. Susie talked to the knight. Yeah. I don't know what the hell you are, but leave Toriel alone. You hear me? Fine. You don't want to listen? Then we'll just have to do things the hard way. Do not act anymore. Ralsei tried talking. Please, please don't do this. If the roaring happens, then, please, stop. But nothing happened. Ah! Oh, okay. For a second I was like, oh, these are all good. And then, oh my. Ooh, okay. You felt something hovering close behind your head. Okay, so Ralsei talking does nothing. So I think I am going to hold off on holding my breath as Chris. Magic. Rude Buster. Oh. Yeah, I'll need to keep defending as Chris and Ralsei just to be able to get Susie to keep attacking and allow Ralsei to have some kind of healing. I don't know if that worked or not. Oh, Chris is down. Chris kneeled in silence already. And Susie's almost dead. Ralsei didn't get hurt at all? Okay. Susie is going to use an item. Susie is going to use a revivement on Chris. And Ralsei is going to use... Nah, I have the items for a reason. Let's not use the TP. The deluxe dinner on Susie. Oh my. Oh boy. Why am I so bad at this all of a sudden? Oh. Very interesting. Your loss here is all but guaranteed. And yet, you persist. That's embarrassing. I did better the last attempt. If you are so determined to try once more, then shall we hasten? Go back, fight again. Interesting. So I guess I didn't need to save. Okay. Defend. You know what? I guess we don't need to do the R actions anymore because we know what's going to happen. So let's just jump straight to all of us defending. Oh, what hurt me? I don't actually know what hurt me then. Defend. magic, rude buster on the knight, and then defend again. I don't know if that worked or not. Ah, shoot. The north wind blew fiercely. Defend, magic, rude buster on the knight, and defend. I think that did more damage. Ow. Ow! My god. Susie was hurt and beaten. Okay, well. Might as well have Chris act, I guess. Hold breath, see what happens, and then you are going to use a revivement on Susie. The heartbeat quickened, the soul now moves faster. Okay. Ow. Okay. Your chest feels tight. Thank goodness. Okay. Defending as Chris is not going to do anything right now, so I'm just going to... Oh, do I... Hold breath, magic, rude buster, or should I be attacking as Chris? I don't know. On the knight, and then you defend to get the TP up. Chris smiled, nothing happened. Okay, got it. 122. It's increasing in damage. Oh my god. Felt lightheaded, you saw golden stars. Let's see what happens if I hold my breath again. You are going to use the rude buster on the knight, and you are going to defend, Ralsei. Chris held their breath, Chris smiled, nothing happened. Are you not going to be doing anything anymore, Chris? If I act. Was the quickening of the soul just a one-time thing? It is increasing in damage every time. Didn't think we'd still be standing, did you? Okay. Oh boy. Ow. Crap. That's a lot of damage. Suddenly the north and east wind blew fiercely. Thing is, you actually messed up picking a fight with us. Oh boy. Oh my god. Your vision narrows, your head is spinning. Can I pacify? Spare tired foe, 16% TP. I mean, I'm guessing this guy can't be spared. So I don't know if this would do anything. You know what? I'm experimenting. Let's see if pacify... Let's see if... Oh, mercy has a big X through it. Never mind. I don't think he can be spared. So I don't think pacifying is going to work. You're all damn alone. Me? I got Chris and Ralsei behind me. Oh my. Oh, it's like the Ferris wheel, kind of. That was a lot of damage. You feel surrounded. Holy crap. I don't know why Chris didn't get hurt in that. 128, it's still increasing in damage. Even if you knock me down. As long as Chris or Ralsei are here. Ralsei became a pile of fluff. Well... as long as Chris has got a hand to lift me up with, you're never gonna win. You hear me? Alright, we need heals. You feel lightheaded. You feel a migraine coming on. We need heals immediately. Now might be time for an exec buffet. Or, you know what? No. I'm just going to... Heals 140. TV dinner. Okay, yeah. Deluxe dinner on Susie. Susie's going to use the Rude Buster on the knight. And Ralsei is going to use a TV dinner on himself. It's still increasing in damage every time. So, give up. Okay, okay. Whoa, what the heck? Ow, stop it. Suddenly a tempest. I don't know if I can beat him, but I wonder if I need to beat him or survive him. Is it exec buffet time? It might be exec buffet time. Just so I don't have to... So that way I can get some TP up if Ralsei defends. So, Chris, you're gonna... Oh, I'm running out of healing items. Yeah, exec buffet. Susie. Rude Buster. Ralsei, defend. 132. You know you can't win. So, give up. Okay, ow. Whoa, mess. Are we? What the heck? Okay. Your vision narrows. The world revolves around you. Alright. Chris is going to use a TV dinner. Oh, I'm running out of options here. You know what? Maybe I just need to survive. You know what? Let's get some stuff up. We're gonna defend, and then you can use heal prayer on yourself. You won't even say a thing, huh? You feel cornered. Oh boy. It keeps increasing damage. Man, I'm done talking. People like you just piss me off. Okay. My God, stop. Your heartbeat becomes twisted. I'm out of healing items, so I need to... You know what? We'll do that, and then... I'll do that. I missed? What the heck? To be fair, I wasn't ready for it. Oh, I wasn't prepared for that. Felt lightheaded. You felt a migraine coming on. Okay, well. Only 2 things to do. And that's it. I'm out. Ow, my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! Chris kneeled in silence. Alright, well, nothing else to do than to... You know what? Ultra heal Ralsei. I did my best. Susie, you did your best. Oh, that I wasn't prepared for that. And so you meet with the same fate. Shall you try once more? Maybe it isn't even worth defending. Like, maybe I should be... like, just fighting, and then just getting TP from the attacks. Maybe defending's not even worth it. So, you know what? I'll just fight. Am I hitting the wrong button? I was hitting triangle because that's what it's been like the entire game, but am I supposed to be hitting X or something? Well, thank goodness I didn't get hit. Felt something hovering close behind you. Fight. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to remember whose attack is highest. I don't remember. Between Chris and Ralsei. Oh my god! Susie! Holy crap! I won't survive the next attack, probably. I need someone to survive the next attack. That's not going to be enough health. Okay, so the middle things are what are dangerous. Got it. I wasn't sure about that. Okay. I thought I could just move through it and get free TP. Oh boy. Still not enough to do the Rude Buster. Oh, I should definitely be doing Ralsei instead of Chris. I just saw Ralsei did way more damage. Man, I don't know if I like this. Fight! Ah! Okay, how is he dealing... what? Wait, how is he dealing 80 all of a sudden? How did he deal 80? Yeah, how did Chris deal 80 damage on that one, but not... What? I don't understand. I might just be really bad at this. That attack is so unfair. Alright, this is new. The knight's hand glows a strange color, and the one before it said Susie grew pale. Because I did really badly on that other thing. I guess just heal myself? I don't know, man. Oh, this is very new. Yeah, I wasn't... What? Okay. Incredible. I felt it there. Shining. Your power. A little further. Alright, well, I have to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. I was not paying attention whatsoever to the health of the knight, so I have no idea if that was triggered by how many tries I did or by whatever health I got the knight down to, or for surviving for as long as I did. So yeah, so I'm just gonna... I'll be back to fight again. All right, we back. Can you guys tell by the sound of my voice that I'm not I'm not this, I'm just gonna stack up my TP. This fight is definitely on the borderline and getting further and further across the line of what I would be willing to do if this was actually optional. Which, like, I guess it's only been like 5 attempts. It feels a lot longer, but I guess it's only been like 5 attempts. So maybe I shouldn't be feeling that way, but yeah, like, I have some thoughts about... Well, I'm going to be making a thoughts so far video, so I'll talk more about it in that once I get more of my thoughts in order, and once I do a little bit more. I want to hear... There was a video that came out recently that I want to watch talking about that topic, about optional stuff in games, that I want to see what they have to say. But yeah, if I did not know that this might get me a shadow crystal or something that would get me towards the true ending of the main game, of the whole game, whenever the rest of the game comes out, I'm getting close to the point where I would not bother doing this if that wasn't the case. But at least I'm beginning to see that it looks like what I actually need to do is just survive every attack. I don't know if I necessarily need to beat him. Oh my god. You guys have no idea how much I hate this attack. And then coming up next is the sword one. Because it's so hard to, like, see. What? That... What? Alright, it doesn't really matter. Oh, I've messed up. Oh my god. It moves faster than I do. Okay, your heartbeat became twisted. Alright, Rude Buster on the night, and then I guess Ralsei. You know what? Hold on. I don't remember what attack is next. The knight's hands glows a strange color. All right, so yeah, we're going to defend with Susie, and then Ralsei is going to use the Revive Dust so that everyone can take a hand in this damage instead of just Susie. All right, so what's happening here? No, I am not fast enough. Oh, that's not good. Oh my. The enemy suddenly let down its guard. Okay. I can't... Huh? I mean, that seems like a cue for me to fight. And then fight, I guess? Huh. Well. Okay, so it was a how long can you survive? It wasn't actually about beating him. All right. we actually beat it? What? Don't tell me you've had enough already. Come on. We were just getting started. Not so tough now, are you? Susie? How could you? It almost looked like the knight was knighting me. Okay, so this is the same. So why did it look like you were being knighted, Chris? Shadow crystal was added to your key items. Black shard was added to your weapons. Plus 10. A dagger-like shard of the black knife strikes the weakness of dark element enemies. I mean, it overall gives way more attack, so... So are we... Somehow, I thought we had won for a moment. That we would be able to end the battle here and now. You were so brave, and yet, in the end, our struggle, it's only beginning, isn't it? Isn't it, Chris? Chris, I'll be fine. But if I'm hurt this badly, then Susie must be... Chris, you'll make sure she's all right, won't you? Okay. Her face contorted. It looks like she's having a nightmare. Can I? Okay, no, I cannot save. But not that I... Okay. So it did look like Chris was being knighted. And it looked like, so I don't know if Chris actually wanted to beat that guy or not. It's all weird. Weird stuff's happening. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Well, that was officially the end of Chapter 3. And it gives me a chance to redo my ending thoughts for this chapter. Because, so it's kind of funny. I had originally, I was looking forward to actually redoing my final thoughts because my, I had thinking back on my initial, like, final thoughts after I finished the chapter the first time, which I've probably cut out of this video. I thought I had slanted too negative, and I didn't want to slant too negative because I did end up liking this chapter. I just have some problems with it that I think are not small. And the reason why I think that's funny is because I am now probably feeling even more negative than before, just because I have very mixed feelings on that fight. But I do want to be more positive about the chapter. This chapter was really good. Um, Extremely creative. All of the games were a lot of fun, very unique. Mini games were excellent. The like creepypasta mantle games were really cool, really nailed their atmosphere. The Tenna made for a really good villain as well. His build up and the final like mask off moment was done really well. And yeah, overall just a lot of really interesting NPCs as well. A lot of interesting characters. Uh the reason why I feel like I have mixed feelings about this chapter is because I don't think I like how much it put its like main story content behind optional stuff. Like a lot of like I had talked before about how the chapter felt kind of meandering, and people in the comments even said that like there when the chapter first came out there were people who had problems with the pacing of it. And I think the chapter on its own is really good, but in the overall Deltarune story, I think chapter 3 has some again flaws that aren't small. Because number one, even if the meandering is intentional and works for like trying to set up like Tenna's motivations and stuff like that, it doesn't change the fact that it kind of kills the pacing of the story overall for a while. And I think that uh kind of in chapter 3 kind of for the first time kind of works against the structure that it's being released. I feel like if this wasn't being released in episodic chapters, and if Deltarune all came out at once, chapter 3 would not feel as bad when it comes to its pacing in terms of the overall story, because it would be a constant flow. But because it's its own chapter, it the thing that kept coming to mind was it almost felt like an anthology in a way. Like there weren't really much in the way of overall Deltarune stakes being presented for a long time. There wasn't much in the way of story progression in terms of overall stuff. And like when you're making a story-driven RPG, I don't know if it necessarily works. Like, one comparison that I made in my head was like FNAF, I funnily enough, and how much that game hides its lore behind optional stuff and like hunting secrets and stuff like that. But I feel like FNAF can get away with it because the games are all standalone arcadey style games. They aren't actually really trying to tell a story within the gameplay and main game itself. Deltarune, though, is trying to tell a story across all of its chapters, and like that's the other that kind of leads me to my other thing when it comes to so much lore and story, main story related things being hidden behind optional stuff when it comes to like getting S rank on the boards and having to beat the knight at the end. I feel like there's a debate to be had over whether or not having that much stuff be optional compared to how little is in the like main part of the game story wise, overall story wise. There's definitely a debate to be had whether or not that hurts this chapter. And like I said, the more I think about it, the more those flaws aren't small, and I think like I can't ignore those. However, I want to emphasize that the chapter itself was really good in terms of gameplay and creativity and stuff like that. It might be my favorite chapter overall, but in terms of overall story, like Deltarune story pacing, I think I almost certainly prefer chapter 2. But I will talk about that more in my thoughts and theories so far video, because I do want to think on it more. I do want to, like I said, someone put out a video about optional stuff in games and whether or not like optional stuff that's not actually optional if you want to like get the true ending and stuff like that. um I do want to watch that and see what other people had to say on it, because I don't want to just have my I don't know if my own thoughts will be enough. I do want to hear other people's opinions. And I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. I think your guys' comments are going to influence my thoughts so far video, because I genuinely want to know other people's opinions on whether or on the optional content and on the pacing of chapter 3 in the context of the overall Deltarune story. Uh, and I think the reason why I'm also feeling like a very mixed is because I feel like that's completely encapsulated in the Roaring Knight fight. Um, I think it only, I like I said, I lost count and I was not paying attention to the knight's. Well, I didn't need to pay attention to the knight's health, but I was. I also wasn't keeping track of how many tries it took me. I want to say it was 6. Um, but like I said, the fight was kind of, it felt ridiculous enough to where if I didn't know there wasn't, or if I didn't know there was something to be gained from it that would lead to presumably the true ending of the game or an alternate ending, because we don't know what the shadow crystals are going to do yet. It did cross my mind, with all of the context behind the shadow crystals, that collecting all of them might lead to a bad ending, because it does feel like Chris, within all of them, is kind of turning to some dark ways to try to break themselves out of this story, regardless of what happens to their friends. But anyway, what I was saying was, if I didn't know that there was something that could be gained from the Roaring Night fight that would lead to some kind of alternate ending or something. I don't know if I would have bothered finishing it, because it was getting to that point where I do have a line where I'm like, this is too hard. I don't think this is for me. I think I'll just call it. And like I there are only a couple of things that have done that. I mean, the only ones I can think of off the top of my head are the Trial of the Fool and Godhome from Hollow Knight 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, almost 5 years ago now. But this was getting to that point. Yeah, I think there is a debate to be had whether or not having content that is that difficult to access that would tie into a true ending, whether or not that's a good thing for a game like this. I don't know. Because I'm not saying that optional stuff is a bad thing, but in the context of everything else that happens in chapter 3, I don't know. It just felt like the cherry on top of, man, I wish that chapter 3 had just more to its main story, and maybe had not relied so much on its optional content to deliver the lore drops and main story progression. I don't know. Feel free to let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to wait. Well, I'm gonna have to wait until the Thought So Far video comes out to beat chapter 4, and this video is presumably releasing only in a couple days, and it'll take more than a couple days for me to maybe even decide whether or not I'm going to script the next video. We shall see. But yeah, I do want to emphasize though that I did like this chapter in and of itself. Games were a lot of fun. Tenna was an awesome villain. Lots of very like charming and funny character moments. And yeah, I do have some theories floating in my head, and some ways I noticed that this game connects to the overall themes of lack of choice that I feel like I can talk about. And yeah, I'm very curious to see where chapter 4 goes. I don't know anything about chapter 4. A lot happened at the end of chapter 3, so I'm very curious to see where chapter 4 goes when it's building off of this stuff. Toriel is still in the Dark World. Des and Undyne are now trapped in a different Dark World. Chris is doing who knows what, because yeah, I did notice that my interpretation of what was going on in the like Mantle games when it came to Chris's mannerisms and behaviors was different from things that people were saying in the comments. So at this point, and like the Chris's behavior in the Mantle games does seem to conflict with their behavior after the Roaring Night fight. Because like, were they being knighted or were they kneeling because they were scared? I don't know. Were they looking to the right because they didn't want to see me hurt their friends, or were they looking to the right to make sure that no one was watching them hurt their friends? I don't know. At this point, I still feel like it could go either way. But yeah, chapter 4 is a big old question mark, and we will see where that goes. So I don't know if I would have kept this in the video, but we might as well continue to chapter 4 as we can see this animation and music. Chapter 4 sounds, just the music sounds like it's gonna be a big deal. Chapter 4 seems like it's going to be some kind of turning point. So, yeah. When we come back, well, yeah. Chapter 3 thoughts so far video will come out when it's ready. And then Chapter 4 awaits. Like I said, feel free to let me know in the comments your thoughts on everything I've said and on the Let's Play as a whole. And yeah, I think that's everything. Discord, Ko-Fi, Blue Sky in the description if any of those interest you. Since we've reached the end of a chapter, I feel like I should say something about those. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So thank everybody so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified of when I upload a new profile of the archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.